from your life in 15 minutes. This is where we're doing 5-minute exercises. We're doing one exercise for the mind, we're doing one exercise for the body, and we're doing one exercise for the soul. It's the purpose of this challenge. That's actually not a challenge. The purpose of this broadcast is to help you to become more successful in life by focusing on all three areas of your whole part. So we are one whole person made up of three parts: the mind, the body, and the soul. And it's the premise here that if you work on all three of those, not only will you be successful in reaching your goals or your projects or just be happy in life, but generally speaking, you will be happy in the process, and that will, of course, make it all that much better. My name is Pia McAdams, and I am an author. I'm also an accounting professor, and I'm also a certified life coach. I specialize in personal and small business finance and also fitness. I help people reach their goals in those and many other areas. So I want to take this time to welcome you to this broadcast. And for those of you that are watching me live, and then also those that are taking the time to watch the recording. So I'm excited because this particular month, this month of June, this is the second day in the month, we are reading from my book. So this is a book that I wrote like 3 years ago, like seriously 3 years ago. And I'm just now in the process of I've actually always been in the process of getting released. It's like anything else, right? It's the whole journey. But seriously, this time I'm actually working with my publisher. And right now the book is currently being edited. New book covers being designed, and there's some other things that are going to be that are in the works right now. So the book is not going to be released till later on this year, but I am able to read from it, so I'm excited to be able to bring that to you this month. And the book is called Your Body, the Perfect House. And what it is an analogy of you with a house. So you know how a house has many rooms in it? Like you have the living room, you have the dining room, the kitchen. You have an office, maybe bedrooms and bathrooms and, garages, everything else, right? Well, I use that as an analogy for the 5 areas in your life. So those areas I'm referring to are your physical. So with the analogy of the house, the kitchen is representative of the physical. Then you have the living room. That's your financial area in your life. And then you have the office. Well, that's your spirituality. You may have 2 bathrooms. That's going to be the left brain and the right brain that comprise of the emotional area in your life. And then you have 2 bedrooms. And the 2 bedrooms are going to be your relationship. So your relationship with yourself and with your spouse, and also your relationship with others. So I use the book, The House, as an analogy for you or your body. Now, with that being said, we are now actually... let me start my timer here. We are just now getting started in the book. We are on chapter 1, and just kind of bring you up to date. Keep in mind, this is an analogy. So think about when you first meet someone that is just life changing, right? You know all the details. You know where you met that person. You know what the person was wearing. You know what you were wearing. You know if it was day or night, the location, the time of day, what the environment was. In other words, you know the distinctive details of that event, particularly if you met someone that this literally is a life-changing person that literally changed your life. Well, that's the same thing that we're doing now in this first chapter. Is we got introduced to the house, and at the very beginning of the introduction, we know that this is a very special house. It's unlike any other houses. And so now what we're doing is we're going through the detail of how we actually come across this house. So that's where we are now in the reading. Okay, so at this point, we just come through enter into the gated community, and let's go ahead and get started on this. Okay, so we just talked about the small areas also covered with orange stucco tiles, and has lights in the ceiling so that the area can be seen in the dark. And basically, this is the mailboxes. Okay, so we are noticing the mailboxes that are in a community. Now it says what is not immediately apparent while driving past the community center is a pool located behind it. It's like a hidden treasure. A treat you would definitely miss unless you were alerted to its presence. Unless you turn to explore the community center, you will also miss the other amenities that lie within the neighborhood. They include a play area filled with sand and a swing set. There's a walkway from this play area that leads to the tennis courts. Several benches housed in each of these areas that also allow spectators to conveniently enjoy the environment. To the left of the tennis courts are 2 benches not facing the courts but facing towards the back of the courts. Their isolated appearance in the green plush grass is an invitation by itself. Imagine a pleasant surprise to find a creek that extends the length of the neighborhood. You then remember the entryway bridge, and that recollection now makes sense. The bridge was over the creek. Now, in order to reach the house, you drive straight past a sign announcing 15 miles per hour speed limit in the neighborhood and over 3 speed bumps to enforce this law. As you're driving up an incline, you notice that all the houses in the neighborhood are similar in design. Each house is ranch styled and made out of stucco with orange tiled roofs. There's also a pastel color scheme with each house, both being painted either beige, peach, light pink, or white. A privacy fence that extends from one side of the house all the way around the back and attached by a gate on the other side also surrounds each house. Each house is immaculately landscaped with similar design and flowers. It's apparent that something is in place that mandates rules and regulations. Whether it is or isn't, the neighborhood is beautiful. The layout of the neighborhood reminds you of a tree with several branches. You're driving up the trunk of the tree, and each of the branches is a street that extends from the trunk. However, unlike the branches of a tree, some of the streets are connected in a U shape. After passing a couple of the streets, you finally come to the one house that you're looking for. Just as you're about to make a right, the house located on the corner catches your eye. This house, although it looks similar to the other housing structures, is painted yellow. The color of this house seems different from the palette of colors that all the other houses were chosen. This is odd. You continue down the street admiring the houses lined on both sides until you finally reach your destination. The driveway is occupied with 2 cars, and you remember that one side of the street is the fire lane. If you park there, you will be towed at your expense. There is no immediate parking area around, so you park across the street a slight distance from the house. Now, what does this all mean? The neighborhood is an analogy of the people we spend our time with. In other words, we tend to spend time with people who are most like us. Remember the popular girl, the jock, the delinquent, the brain? They are all stereotypical figures within high school culture. They have been around for as long as anyone can remember. In college, the people you hung around with largely depended upon which fraternity or sorority you joined. We become like the people we hang out with. It's possible to take control over who it is that influences us. Therefore, we need to do an inventory and see if the people that we are spending time with are moving us towards our goals in life or away from them. How successful we become in life largely depends on the people we spend time with each day. The only way to make your way through the difficulties and hardships of life is with the right people by your side. It doesn't matter how talented or smart you are, where you were born, or the skills you have. What counts is the people you surround yourself with for a successful life. Ask yourself these questions. What is the kind of person you want to be? Who do you want to spend most of your time with? What do you want to do? What do they want to do with their lives? Are they successful, happy, enthusiastic, optimistic? Who are the top 5 people that embody the qualities that you desire? Now take some time right now and carefully evaluate if these people will help you to get to the next level in life or help you get to where you want to go. Do they support you and want to push you forward when you talk to them with new ideas? Or do they discourage you or tell you that your ideas won't work? Make a choice of which on your list you want to continue spending time with, keeping in mind that it may or may not be 1 or 2 people that meets your standard of excellence. If necessary, decrease the amount of time you spend with those that are not in your best interest and increase the amount of time you spend with those that can help you reach the next level in your life. Who is in your neighborhood? All right, so that concludes chapter 1, and again, talking about the neighborhood. So, and we all know, right, that it's very important to spend time with people. Give me a second, let me do this. It's very important to spend people that are positively influence you in your life. Because think about it. Let's say that you now embark on a new journey where you want to, let's say, lose weight. And right now you're currently hanging around people. They don't have to necessarily all be overweight, but they typically all have like bad habits. Like they love to go out and eat. And not that, sorry, it's really dark here. Not that going out to eat is bad, but let's say that what they choose or the restaurants that they choose don't necessarily have the healthier choices. And then you embark on a journey to lose weight. Well, if you're hanging around people that like to go out and eat, and typically choose places that are unhealthy, then that's going to be more, reason for you to continue doing what you're doing. So you may try to eat unhealthy, but they may pick on you or give you a hard time with your new choices. So in other words, just, pick the people that you spend your time with and make sure that they are doing what you want to do. Now, some of the people that you're hanging out with that may be in kind of like a bad influence on you, may be your family. So I'm not saying totally disregard those people. I mean, those are people that you love, but maybe don't stay as long, or don't go as often. Don't stay as long. Okay. All right. So now we're going to move on to the yoga portion, and then immediately follow, we're going to be doing a guided meditation. Now, for the yoga, this is a 5-minute yoga, and we're going to be starting in child's pose, and we're going to be taking three deep breaths. So my head is going to be down. And so I'll be talking, but if I'm talking, I'll lift up, but just keep your head down, and we're going to start off with 3 deep breaths. And keep in mind that yoga is a practice, so please join me. Okay. All right, let's get started. All right, so child's pose. All right, so come into child's pose. Forehead down toward the mat. Palms are facing up toward the back of the room. You're going to take 3 deep breaths. Now on your next exhale, or on your next inhale, come up into a tabletop position where your palms are directly underneath your shoulders and your feet are directly underneath your hips. Take a nice deep breath, and as you exhale, drop your chin down to your spine, to your chest, and round through your spine. As you inhale, your head and chest comes forward, arch your back, and as you exhale or inhale, come up, and exhale, head and chest comes forward. Inhale. And then this time as you exhale, you're going to curl your toes under and take it to downward facing dog. Now, downward facing dog is a relaxing pose. And since this is our first time, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be pedaling our feet. Just feeling comfortable, making sure that your palms are hip distance apart and your shoulder distance apart, and that your feet are hip distance apart. Maybe come up on your toes and stretch, rolling down all the way through the balls of your feet, all the way down to the heels, pressing your chest toward your thighs and your knees. Again, just kind of do what feels comfortable for you. Come up on your toes again, and release. Stretching those hamstrings, lifting the kneecaps to engage the quadriceps. Keep your head in line with the biceps. All right, on the next inhale, bring that left foot forward toward your fingertips. And then take it up to a high lunge. Relax your shoulders. Remember, try to keep your head in line with your biceps. And breathe. Take a nice deep breath. And exhale. Again, a nice deep breath. This time as you exhale, you're going to rotate that right foot down, place the heel down, take the arms out to the side, you're looking straight ahead. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Now you're going to press your hips down toward the mat. Try to keep your knee directly above your ankle and your foot. Try to keep your arms in alignment, like kind of press your shoulder blades down and back. And give me 3 deep breaths. Try to extend nice and long from fingertip to fingertip. Now as you inhale, go ahead and reverse the warrior, placing your right hand on the back of your right thigh. Extend that left arm all the way up. Press the hips again down straight toward the mat. And as you exhale, bring that left arm toward the left knee. Right arm goes up and over. Now your head can be forward. Your head can be down, or your head can be up. Nice deep breath. On the next inhale, go ahead and rotate your body over. Place the palms down and take it back to downward facing dog. Again, just pedal your legs, doing what feels comfortable to you. Maybe sway your body side to side. And breathe. Press your chest toward your thighs and your knees. Now on your next inhale, go ahead and bring that right foot forward and then take it up to a high lunge. Press the hips down toward the mat. Keep your head in alignment with your biceps and continue breathing. On the next exhale, you're going to rotate that back left foot. Extend the arms out to the side. Again, press the shoulder blades down and back. You're looking forward. This is warrior two. Extending nice and long. Give me 3 deep breaths. Fingertip to fingertip. Make sure you're breathing. Watch your alignment. And then take the arm back to reverse the warrior. And then as you exhale, go ahead and extend it, placing that right arm on just before your knee, and left arm goes up and over. Again, continuing to breathe. Your head can go up, your head can go forward, or you can look down, depending on what feels comfortable to you. All right, on the next inhale, go ahead and rotate your body. Place those palms down and take it back to downward facing dog. Continue pedaling, and then bring your feet in toward your palms. Keeping your palms on the floor, bend your knees and just kind of forward fold, and then slowly roll your body up, one vertebrae at a time. Rotating those shoulders back with your head being last to rise. Take a nice deep breath as you inhale, and as you exhale, dive the body forward. Place the palms down, spread the legs out, come into a squatting position. Use your elbows to push out on those thighs. Bring the palms in together. Continue breathing, and as you exhale, just lower your head down. Okay, place your palms down, sit back, and come to a comfortable seated position. You're on your sit bones, not the fleshy part of your body. Your arms are to your side. We're going to take a nice deep breath. Inhaling, greeting the palms together at the very top, and exhale down through the center. Namaste. Okay, so this concludes our yoga. So now we're going to move on to the meditation. Okay, go ahead and just kind of connect with where you are right now. Just feel how your body feels at this moment. Find your breath. Maybe close your eyes and notice. Just notice how you feel before we get started with this relaxation. Give me a nice deep breath, inhaling through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. I want you to inhale and just think of all the tension in your body, all the negative thoughts in your mind. And as you exhale, just go ahead and relax. Get rid of all the tension and just think of relaxation and think of the positivity. Now inhale all the positivity, and exhale. On your next inhale, I want you to squeeze your feet. Just kind of squeeze those toes, just ball your feet up, nice and tight. Hold it, hold it. And as you exhale, go ahead and release it. Just kind of open out your toes and spread them out nice and wide. You know, we use our feet a lot. We tend to tax our feet. So it's very important to notice when they are tight and then also how it feels when they are loosened. All right, let's move up toward our thighs. Take a nice deep breath. And as you inhale, just kind of squeeze those thighs muscles together. Squeeze them really, really tight and just hold it. And then release. Let your thighs open up and relax. Let all the tension release from your thighs. And notice how the rest of your legs feel as you release those tension. Still wiggling your toes. Continue breathing. Now let's move on to the gluteals. As you inhale, I want you to squeeze those butt muscles really, really tight. Just think of bringing those sit bones in together. Squeezing really, really tight and holding it. Just hold. And then release. Now as you release, listen and look and learn how the rest of your body feels, the connectivity of the muscles. Look at your legs. What do they feel like? Your lower back, all the tension is released out of it. Continue breathing. All right, moving up to your abs. Go ahead and squeeze your abs in real tight. Squeeze that belly button all the way to your spine. And just hold it, hold it. And then slowly release it. Continue breathing. Now moving our way up to our arms. With the light fist, just go ahead and bring those arms up. And I want you to squeeze your biceps. You're going to notice the squeezes and the tightness in your chest and even across your shoulder blades. Just kind of squeeze and hold it. Hold it. And then slowly release it. Open up your hands. Extend your arms and lengthen them. Notice the looseness in your body, in your chest, and your abs. Continue breathing. Now we're going to move up to our shoulders. I want you to squeeze those shoulders and bring them all the way up to your ears. It doesn't take that much. Just a lot of tension and stress in your life today. Just squeeze it and hold it. And then relax and release. Press those shoulders down. Notice how your neck feels elongated as you gently melt the tension away from your shoulders. Continue breathing. And notice how all the muscles in your body are connected. So as you release the tension in one muscle, it releases them in others as well. Now go ahead and clench your jaws together. Like squeeze it really, really tight. You're going to feel the tightness all the way up to your jaw, all the way up to the ears. Just kind of squeeze it, like clench those teeth together nice and tight. Hold it. And then release. Release and relax. Surrender to the tension. Now close your eyes and squeeze them really, really tight. Squeeze your nose. Just squeeze all the muscles in your face. Just kind of squeeze and hold. Just hold it. And then slowly release. Continue breathing. Nice deep breath. Exhale. Again, give me a nice deep breath. And exhale it out. One more time, a deep breath in. And then exhale. Now release, relax, and return refreshed and calm. You've done something good for yourself today. All right, so that concludes your meditation. 5-minute meditation. It also concludes the 15-minute challenge. Not a challenge, the 15 minutes to transform your life. All right, so today's word is going to be authentic. So I want you to have a nice, authentic day. And I want to also remind you about your habits that we've been practicing and doing for the last couple of days. And this is where we are doing something different, something small, like putting on the opposite shoe first, or doing when you're tying your shoes, for those that still wear shoes that have strings in it, you know, do the loop different. So do something different. It's in effect to make change. We want to make changes in our lives, and it's going to start off with these small incidental habits so that we can move on to conquer those bigger ones, those ones that are really going to affect the major changes in our life. All right, well, see you tomorrow, and have an authentic day. Bye. It's like right in the corner, and it doesn't want to